Doing a ballet bun is really easy. You just need the right tools. So you're going to need a hairbrush, a good bristle brush. This is a good one from Lady Jane. Gets the ponytail nice and flat. A tail comb. You're going to need to spray the hair with some water. First of all, some good strong hair gel. Some hairspray. This is extreme hold hairspray so that it holds the hair in place. And ponytails. So the elastic for the ponytail, you need a really good strong ponytail that's going to take the weight of the hair. These are just from Woolies and they do a really good job. So to secure the bun in place, you need the right pins. This is the kind of pin you need to secure in a bun. A lot of people try and use this kind of pin. This is good for pushing down maybe some bumps in your ponytails or holding in a headband or something like that, or a hair accessory, but it isn't going to hold a bun in place. So you definitely need this kind of pin, and it should be good and strong. I prefer the ones that have the little balls at the end of them. You can get ones without the balls at the end of them, but they can scratch your head. So if you can get these, then that's a little bit kinder. The hairpins I use are from Cosmetics Plus. They come in black or brown. It doesn't really matter if your child has blonde hair. You're not going to see the pin. It goes inside the bum. So you get 72 in a pack, and they're $3.95. Super cheap. The other thing you're going to need are good hair nets. Now, some people prefer to use bun nets, which are slightly smaller. Definitely if your child has longer or thicker hair, I'd be looking for a hair net. Personally, I prefer hair nets because you can wrap them around more, but the choice is yours. These come from Price Attack, and you get a pack of 2 hair nets. Again, you want to choose a colour that is close to your child's hair, so black, dark brown, brown or blonde, etc. For classical ballet buns, we don't use these donuts. Possibly if your child was in preppies and they had very thin or very short hair, maybe a small one might help to give it more of a shape, but generally a classical ballet bun is much nicer without the donuts. For some tap and jazz pieces, we may ask that you use a donut. So these are available in many pharmacists and shops. Just choose one that is closest to your child's hair colour and is the appropriate size for their length of hair. Just wet the hair down first of all. Give it a little brush through the hair. And we're going to need some gel. Good dollop of gel. Remember, we need this hair to stay in place, not a single hair out of place. So get in a good amount. There you go. So you want to brush your ponytail up onto the crown of the head. The other thing to bear in mind is that this is going to work much better on hair that is dirty. Don't have freshly washed hair the night before exams or concerts or photo days. So it just makes it harder. Just pop your hair down a little bit. I'm trying to smooth in as many bumps as you can. Taking those bands. I usually use 2 at a time. Again, it depends on the thickness of your child's hair. So taking your tail comb now, just brush the ponytail in towards the hair elastic. And this will ensure that any bumps made go underneath the bun itself. Just drop your head down. Taking that super duper spray, close your eyes for me. Just going to set that in place. brushing any flyaway bits down, head down. If your child does have a fringe, the fringe does need to go away from the face for ballet. Next, our bun. So just loosely wrap the hair around so that it's all in place. And then a bit like a snail's shell, just wrap it around. Remember using your pins to pop it into place. I just secure it with one. That'll stay there while I get my hairnet. Oops. So this is a hairnet, not a bun net. A bun net would be much smaller and just go over the once probably. But personally, I prefer to be able to wrap it around a couple of times just to get it to the tightness that I want. If your child has really thick hair, at this point you need to bash it down a little bit. Take hold of their foreheads and give their bun a little smack on the back of their head. It doesn't hurt.
It does.
So we've got our nice flat bun, and then we take our pins and we just work them in around. We go a little bit out and in. So to pop the pin in, just into the side, it goes out a little bit and then tucks underneath. So again, out and tuck under, out and tuck under. And by the end, you should have a nice flat bun. You can spray around again. Head down with me. Again, any lumps can go up. And so that one, that's a little bit baggy there. You can just pop that, squeeze it up and try and pop it up underneath the bun. Done. So I'm lifting your head up. And there we have it. So you can see by putting the bun just on the crown of their head there, that if you then do have something to put in their hair, it can be seen from the front just at the top of their head. So now we're going to look at the donut bun. So back to our ponytail like we did before, just brushing in any lumps and bumps closer to the hair elastic, and they'll go underneath the donut. So I find it easier with long hair. Just make it the hole in the middle of the ponytail. Spread that around the donut. Take another hair elastic, put it around the outside, and that's going to hold all that in place. And then you can just gather up the rest of the ponytail. So if they've got a lot of hair, I would then look to gather it all and just wrap around the outside of the bun there. And just popping those hairpins in. So this is for some of our jazz and tap numbers. This is not a ballet bun. You can see that this gives a very different look to the classical ballet bun, which is why we don't use the donuts for classical ballet. But this is going to look great in jazz or tap or other pieces when we just can then pop the hair accessory into the hair and place it in there. And that'll make quite a dramatic effect.